Bossy. I'm going to go without the ad-libs.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. They'll set up a throw. Caught left side by Mechie. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'll be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
That one covers 24 yards. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Give to Pierce. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. A man from just north of here in Spring, Texas, it's Isaiah Spiller. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, it could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. This one left side caught by Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Another one caught by Collins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Second down at 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. drive starts with a give to Spiller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Herbert now. Allen's got it complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer, 50 yards. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around in this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He gets it left side of Johnson. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just... from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's underneath to Pierce. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touch. To go. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is converted.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. On second down, here's Pierce. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
On third down, here's Pierce. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that?
Pierce has it knocked loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust... Well, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Herbert on 1st down now. Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well done to stiff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. the play fake. He'll look to throw. Right side, complete to Mechie. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready?
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down and 7. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's McKinney. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Herbert on 3rd down now. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. A little under 2.5 to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll get this complete to Collins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Here we go, here we go.
He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Back to throw. Open man there is Collins complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's got it. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Chargers. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Herbert to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw